That's what it used to sound like here at Turner. For students from kindergarten to 12th grade, this school used to be full of energy. But since 1982, it's the way you see it and hear it now. Empty, silent, and nearly forgotten.
It is true that many people lived in poverty, but they had a desire to live a better life when they became adults.
Teachers would tell us what we would run into. So when you get on a job, when you get grown, don't expect everybody to treat you right. The other races may not treat you right. So you got to be always on your toes, and you had to always do a better job than they are doing.
It was no excuse to not achieve. I mean, no reason. You did what you had to do in order to be successful.
They made us take pride in ourselves and not just be any kind of way.
Strive to do better, learn all you can so that we could get better jobs and try to, improve our family condition.
You had to get ready for life. That's what I liked about Turtle. The teachers taught you that life was waited on you. You need to be ready for what life had to bring.
Give it your best. Don't take anything for granted.
And they cared about you. And you had a feeling that they loved you and wanted you to do your best.
Really, it made me determined to get something that nobody could take from me, and that was my education.
All of those institutions in society were working hand in hand. The parents depended on the church and the school to help them, not be them or take over their role, but to help them with their children to make them into the finest kids they could be.
They taught us to respect our parents and our teachers and each other when we were going to school. All of it worked together. So we got it at home, we got it at church, and we got it at school.
And whatever went on at school, you had to answer positive or negatively at home.
They knew my mom, they knew our background, and that I had to perform and achieve, and they expected that out of me.
If you had a problem at school, you know you had a problem at home. And I think that helped to bring the gap between, home and school when the parents were more concerned about it, It was just that village-like community that I just love.
Even then, students and teachers knew that Turner was a very special place.
When I walked into that school, and I was just in awe, like, here I am at this high school, and it was just like, I've heard them talk about what they did and the football team and the back. I said, now I'm a part of Turner. It just blew our mind.
I played football, and it was very exciting to learn the game and to play the game. And it gave me a great comfort and a desire to come to school more because I wanted to play sports.
And I remember all the fun activities that we used to do, the extracurricular activities, the football games, being in the band, homemaking.
I remember homemaking. We did sewing and cooking. And I remember when we had to finish garments, you had to do 2 garments, and we had a style show after you completed your garments.
We had talent shows. We were having community plays and just so many different activities.
I played basketball. I was a basketball player until about 10th grade. Loved basketball and ran track. I was in a choir.
I played football. I played a little basketball, a little baseball. I was in the drama class and in the Spanish club. I was in the choir.
When I came to teach at Turner, it was a dream come true, and I loved every minute of it.
I came to Turner on January 24, 1956. as band director.
Mr. Bowie often had to handwrite the music his students performed. Money was very tight at Turner. Books were hand-me-downs with missing and torn pages. In spite of hardship, Teachers did the best they could, and the students responded.
The largest band we had here at Turner was about 68 pieces, but good 68 pieces. I can say that. I'm not bragging on myself. I'm just giving those students that played in those bands the justice that they deserve. Those bands were good.
I knew that there was a change coming, and there are always casualties when that kind of change occurs. And it was a complete turnover from the education system as we had known it before.
You had the pressure of performing because it was maybe 11 blacks at Carthage High during that time. So it was important that you not go over and fail.
There was not very much learning going on in the early years of integration. There was not very much, and the kids lost that. So I'm thinking that both races have lost a lot by the integration.
This school here was turned into Carthage Elementary School, and then they turned it into Turner Elementary School. And then they moved it. And that's what we really didn't like, because they took the school out of our community.
My legacy for Turner is that, that it produced some wonderful people. It produced professors, lawyers, teachers, doctors. So, they got their start there at Turner.
Turner was one of the best schools in Panola County. To me, it was the best because I graduated from it, and I will always have that feeling in my heart that Turner is the best school.
Those were the days.
The students who loved this school wanted a new beginning for this old building.
I would really like for it to be restored and we get some useful programs that will help senior citizens and the youth.
They can go there and get something, even though it's not a school, but you can go there and say, I had a computer class over at the center.
I would like to see it being brought up to code on everything and have more function here.
It is so difficult to get the monies, the necessary things to bring that building, as old as it is, up to standards.
Structures like Turner ought to be preserved. It ought to be really a community, not just a black community, but a community-wide, a Carthage-wide, a Panola County-wide effort to preserve it, because it says this is who we are.